Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for 2025. Find a comfy spot, grab a warm drink, and let's see what Spirit has to say. So, today is very exciting. We're going to be doing a reading for 2025, the whole year. So, we're going to pull cards for each month, go through them month by month. As well as we'll take a look at love, career, and personal development. Then at the very end, we will pull a self-care card and an affirmation card for the year. If you want to jump ahead to where I start giving the messages after I've shuffled and kind of pulled the cards, then I will put a timestamp in the description box below, okay? If not, you can always stick around and watch me shuffle. All right, so for Scorpio for 2025, please. Okay, let's dive right into this for Scorpio. So we start off the year here in January with acceptance. So I think that there's something you are going to be coming to terms with here in January. Let's see if we can get some more information on that. See what that is. Judgment and the Three of Wands. Okay, so in February here, you're going to be coming to some kind of acceptance about your new life, where your life is headed now. So I think in 2024, you've done a lot of self-development and growth. You've come really far in 2024. And I think in January of 2025, you're really settling in to kind of like the new you, the new things that you do, the new places you go, the new people you have in your life, all of the changes that you made in 2024. It's like you really are settling into those changes in January. I always, especially with this deck here, I can't remember what it's called. It is Wild Reflections. Especially with this deck here, I feel like this Judgment card is it gives the energy of the Fool. So starting over, a new beginning, but with all of the knowledge and wisdom that is gained from a life of experiences. So in January here, it's like you're starting new, but with all of this knowledge and wisdom that you've gained from not just 2024, but, your whole life leading up to this point. So that is really, really, really great energy to be starting the year in. In February here, you have Magic. Ooh. Let's see. Okay, 10 of Pentacles, King of Cups. Okay, I think in February here, it's like the natural progression of from January to February. So in February, you're really starting to see how all of the ways that you changed in the years prior and in 2024 has affected your life positively. So new people are going to be coming into your life. With the Magic card, I think you're going to see that the universe starts bringing you people, places, and things and opportunities, okay, seemingly out of nowhere, that are more aligned with who you are now. And the choices and decisions that you've made and the person that you have grown into. So the universe starts bringing you, like new people. For some of you, this could be love. This could be a romantic partner. For some of you, this could be a new job opportunity or a new opportunity for maybe to start your own business or a side hustle or whatever. This could just be new opportunities for friendships or to take, a class or a course on something that you've always wanted to learn about. The universe in February is going to bring you opportunities that are so aligned with who you are now and this new journey, this new chapter of your life. So that's really exciting. For some of you, this is just a side note, this doesn't have to be for everybody. If you've ever wanted to take some kind of like sound class, music class, dancing class, something to do with that, you have the opportunity to start that in February. Okay. All right. Moving on to March, you have strength. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so you got the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. So in March, the universe is going to bring you the opportunity to prove to yourself how far you have come. So sometimes, we don't recognize how like deep and profound the changes are that we've made, the work that we have done, how deeply and profoundly that has affected us in our life. And in March, the universe is going to bring you an opportunity to show you how much you have changed, how far you have come. Okay? And for some of you, this involves letting go of something. So the universe is going to ask you to let go of something that you held on to probably for your whole life, or a very, very long time. And they're kind of the universe is going to present an opportunity that allows you to let go of things that you have been holding on to and really realize it is to show you that you don't need those things in this new part of your life. You don't need to bring those things with you. The things that you have been working on in the last like few weeks, months, and years here leading up to March, you don't need that old baggage where you're going is the energy available to you in March here. That is beautiful. Okay, April, you have knowledge. Ooh, so without even pulling the cards, I think that this is going to be like a little test, and you're going to be able to, again, kind of prove to yourself how far you've come here. But let's pull some tarot and see if we can get a little bit more information on knowledge. Okay. So, yes, more proving to yourself that you don't need like the people, places, and things that you used to. You've come so far in your life, and you are just like this different, beautiful version of yourself. So not only that, in April, I think that a little bit more of this February energy where you could be taking some courses or learning some stuff. I think that if you didn't do that in February, or even if you did, there's more of that, or that is when you start to do it here in April. You're moving on away from something, a place, a person that, you used to like be or interact with or put your time or your energy into. And I think that you're going to really be learning how to use your new skills and your energy to benefit your life. And then also, some of you may be deciding to go back to school in April, or you may be deciding to learn something so that you can start your own business. And this might have to do with spirituality for some of you, okay? So for some of you, maybe you'll take a Reiki class and start being a Reiki practitioner. Or for some of you, this may be, some other kind of spiritual skill that you've been interested in a long time. You may go and do a course for that in April so that you can start kind of following your truest path in life. So if you felt called, let's say, to do tarot for a long time, and maybe you just do it for yourself or the people in your life or whatever, you may take an in-depth tarot class in April, or a business class on how to kind of turn that into a business. So that's really interesting. So moving on to May, you have grace. And this is a very, very beautiful, beautiful energy. We all need grace. And we all need to give it to each other, I think, a little bit more. Yeah, absolutely. The Hangman and the Magician. Okay. In May, I think that you really learn to give yourself grace. Okay. None of us are perfect. And I know that, perfectionism is always, we're always told that's a Virgo thing, or that's a Taurus thing, or that's a Capricorn thing. And that's not always necessarily true. Your sun, moon, or rising sign can be in Scorpio. And you could also have certain placements in Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, or not, that cause you to be a perfectionist. What I'm saying is that Scorpios can also be perfectionists. You can also be really hard on yourself sometimes. And I think that in May, you're really learning that giving yourself grace propels you forward on your journey a lot more than trying to be perfect at everything, trying to do everything perfectly. Okay? With the Hangman, yeah, it's you're seeing things a little bit differently now. And then with the Magician, you're really, really, again, realizing that it benefits you more and it gives you more power and more energy and resources to do the things that you want to and were meant to do if you let go of the perfectionism and you give yourself grace, okay? That's beautiful energy. So moving on to June, we have generosity. So I think some of this grace energy is spilling over into June. So it's you learning to give yourself grace also kind of enables you to give more grace to the people around you. So that's really beautiful. But let's see what the tarot has to say. Ooh, Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups with generosity. Okay. I think that this is a really beautiful natural progression here for the year of 2025 for you. In June, the universe is going to start literally bringing you opportunities, people, places, things, opportunities, jobs. It's I think a lot of things kind of start falling into place and falling into your lap here in June, which is really, really cool. If you've been looking for love, I think it might show up in June. If you've been looking for an opportunity, it becomes available to you in June. If you've maybe applied for a loan to start a business, it may come through for you in June. Or you may get an inheritance in June. It's all these things kind of start, the universe starts going, here you go, here you go, here you go. And you're like, oh, wow, okay, I'm getting all these things that I wanted or needed for so long. Thank you. But this is a lot. This is a lot of changes happening for you. Really, really positive, amazing changes and opportunities coming for you next June. Wow, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm excited for you, Scorpio. Okay, so moving on to July, you have letting go. That is interesting because the universe just handed you a bunch of stuff in June. So what are you letting go of in July? Four of Swords and Temperance. Okay, so in July, I think a lot of the universe is going to drop a lot of stuff into your lap in June, okay? And in July, I think you're really going to prioritize what is best for you on your journey where you're headed, and you're kind of setting down the things that maybe are not for your highest good at this point. I don't think the things that you're letting go of here in July are necessarily, what I'm saying is I don't think you have things to let go of in July that are like negative, bad things. I think you've already kind of gotten rid of those stuff by July. But it's like you're prioritizing. So say the universe drops into your lap like a new partnership, a new job, and an opportunity to move. Let's say all of those things fall into your lap in June. In July, you really prioritize, okay, I can only do 2 of these things right now, and I'm going to have to put one of these on the back burner for now. So maybe you choose to, you know, go forward with the new relationship and the new job, and you say, okay, I would love to move to this place, or buy this property or whatever. But right now I have these other things that I'm focusing on. So I'm just going to put that on the back burner for now and kind of prioritize it and go ahead with these other 2 things. So it's something like that for you in July, where you're going to be prioritizing, and not just those things, but also like self-care and resting, because those are also important, because you can't give 100% to anything in your life if you're not at 100%. Your rest, your quiet meditation time, your self-care practices, those things are very important. And I think that you're also putting those at the top of your priority list in July, which is an amazing, amazing thing to be doing for yourself in July, okay? This is really, really beautiful. In August here, moving on to August, you have beauty. So I think not only is it going to be a really beautiful period in your life, but I think that you're going to be really focused on health and wellness. Absolutely. Look at that. Strength and High Priestess. You're getting a lot of major arcana cards. So this is really, really amazing. So you have beauty, you have strength, and you have High Priestess. So in August, it's kind of exactly like what I said. So not only is it going to be a really beautiful, abundant, like flourishing time for you in your life, but I think that you're also going to really be appreciating and reaping the rewards of everything that you did for yourself in July, which is like I said, with the self-care and the resting and the reflection time, and your self-care stuff and your meditation and all that stuff. It's like you're reaping the rewards of that in August. You're still continuing with it, but you're also now you're starting to reap the rewards of it. So if your major self-care and resting thing in July was meditation, your intuition starts to really grow, and you start to see how your elevated intuition positively affects your life here in August. So that is a really, really amazing thing. It's like you're putting yourself first, and you're really realizing like how valuable and loved and adored and important you are here in August. It's a really, really beautiful energy. Okay, moving on to September, you have patience. So what will you need patience for in September? Six of Wands and the Sun. Okay, so this is a really unique and interesting message. In September, you're going to need patience for the people around you in your life who act like on the outside that they are happy for you, because you've come a long way here so far in 2025, and a lot of really amazing great things are being given to you, are coming along for you, are happening to you in 2025. And I think that that is going to spark some people who are close to you to be jealous. Okay. And jealousy is a really, really ugly emotion. So in September, the universe is going to ask you to have patience with these people. Now, if these are people who are not so close to you, like say these are acquaintances, I would just go ahead and get rid of that, because again, jealousy is not, it's a very low vibe energy. But if these are people who are close to you, and you can't just, get rid of your parents and your siblings and your children and your coworkers and stuff like that, but you see them start to display jealous behaviors, the universe is asking you to have patience and love and kindness with these people, because I think that deep down they do want to see you win. I think it's just really hard for some people to see others around them get all the things that they also want in their lives when they're still waiting for those things. Okay, so have a little bit of patience and love and kindness with the people around you in September, because it is hard to see people, right, get all the things that we also want, even though we're really happy for those people. Sometimes it can be hard to watch them get all the things that we're still waiting for. So just keep that in mind for September, okay? And just have love and compassion and patience for those people. Moving on to October, you have joy. There's a beautiful hummingbird on this card. So let's see, joy. Okay, so this is interesting. You have the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So I think in October here, your mind really gets like an overhaul. So sometimes when we go through all these things, like spiritually, and emotionally, it takes a minute for our mind to catch up. Okay? So in October here, it's like your mind finally catches up, and the overthinking and maybe like the negative thought patterns, or your like not so helpful like initial reactions to things that you've kind of picked up along the way, like in survival modes of your life, that gets an overhaul with the Ace of Swords. So it's like you're finally able to like let go of any negative thinking patterns, and you're settling into positive ones. Okay, and that's really, really beautiful, and causes a lot of joy, like pure. It's like pure joy. That's what I'm feeling. Because like as adults, we can feel joy on a lot of different levels, but it's very rare to experience like pure joy without all these like negative things going on in the background of our mind, right? So that's really, really amazing for you in October. You're going to be experiencing a lot of joy, a lot of pure joy, because you no longer have those negative thinking patterns that you had before. Okay, so moving on to November, you have love, the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords. Okay, I think that you're really going to, so there's two messages here. One, if you are looking for love, if it fell into your lap in June, it's going to really be ramping up. You're going to realize in November that this is your person, and that maybe you get engaged or something, that you're really going to spend the rest of your life with this person. So that is absolutely beautiful. If you didn't meet someone in June, you may be meeting somebody in June. You actually may be meeting more than one person and have a choice to make. Okay? And if you're not single and looking, if you are already in a partnership, I think that this is a really, really interesting message. It's like what happened to you mentally in October happens with your partner in November. It's like they also get a mental upgrade from, toxic ways of thinking and stuff like that are not helpful, ways of thinking, to more mature, helpful ways of handling things. So that is really, really amazing. So it's just like a really, really good time for love. Like if you're looking for love in November, it comes along. If you've kind of just recently found it, it deepens in November. And if you already have it, it matures in November. So that's really, really amazing, amazing energy. And it's a good time for it too, I think. What do the kids say? It's cuffing season. All right, moving on to December, you have transcending. So without even pulling the cards here, I think that there's like this major, like, I don't know why I heard like DNA upgrade, and I honestly don't know anything about that, but there's this huge like upgrade that you're going through here all year. And I think that December is like is it the crescendo? Yeah, Five of Swords and the Chariot. Yeah, it's like any negative energy, any not helpful things that you were doing to yourself unknowingly before. It's like all of that is gone. It's like you've set down this like duffel bag from the past. In December here, it's like you no longer care who wins or who loses or who has what or what you have and what this person doesn't have and this and that and this and that. It's like you're no longer. I'm just getting this huge like upgrade and this huge maturing energy here in next December. And it's like you're able to move on full steam ahead into 2026, into the next chapter of your life, just completely upgraded here. It's like it's like the world card, basically. It's like you've completed something here, which is like throughout this whole year, and gotten this huge upgrade. And it's like, all right, they're ready, like full steam ahead. So that is really, really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay, so the next part of our reading, we're going to be taking a look at love, career, and personal development. So your overall theme for love here, for 2025, is transmutation, the phoenix. And I think that this goes along beautifully, exactly with kind of what I said. Like, if you didn't have love, you find it. And if you did, it's like it matures. It's like an overhaul of your love life here. Yeah, Knight of Wands and Eight of Swords. It's like all the ways that you and or your partner used to think about things or handle situations with each other, or the way that you used to handle situations in love. You don't do that anymore. You're a completely different person. Like, It's like you, like this is the way you used to see things, like you were trapped. And this is the way you see them now, like you're free. Because you are, and you always have been. Like these are only in her reflection for a reason. They're all in your head, right? Like any boundaries or obstacles that we see in our lives are truly only there, put there by us, which is crazy. So that is your main theme, transmutation. It's like turning any unhealthy, like patterns or things, into positives. That's what you're doing this year. Not just in love, in honestly, like every way, which is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So moving on to career, we have gratitude. Okay. Yes, 10 of cups. Oh, and then I got two more. So 10 of cups, 10 of wands, and justice. Okay, so for some of you, I think that you're really going to be settling into your career or your job this year and just be so truly grateful that you found a place with people who are like supportive and helpful, and they're not like stepping on each other's necks to get further than the other person, like crabs in a bucket. And then for others of you, I think that this year, you may find the thing that you are called to do. So you may not even implement it at any point in this year, but you may just come to the realization this year that like, okay, I don't want to work this 9-to-5 desk job. What I actually want to do is teach people how to do this or do this or whatever it is. So I think there's just a lot of gratitude, which is like love and gratitude are the two most powerful emotions and energies in the universe. So that is only going to bring in more abundance. That's only going to bring in more opportunities for you this year. Okay? So I think honestly, like for career wise, you're doing really, really well. Whether you like love where you're at and you're just going to continue to be like happy with that, or if you finally kind of find your calling and you want to move on to that, either way, just amazing, beautiful, beautiful energy. And then finally, for this part, we have personal development, and you have purity. So this is a beautiful card. Has a unicorn on it. Yeah, 9 of Wands and the Devil. Okay. So this is a really, really beautiful message because what I feel like the main theme of your personal development this year is unlearning all of the things that we pick up along the way. Like some of us have had rough childhoods or rough teenage years or rough young adulthoods and toxic relationships or even like abusive situations, and we pick up all these habits, these ways of thinking, these ways of reacting to life and other people, and they were very useful when we were trying to survive negative things, but they are not useful when you're in a better place in your life. When you're in a healthy and happy place, those reactions and ways of thinking are not helpful anymore because you're not in survival mode anymore. And that is really the main theme of your year, Scorpio, is unlearning all of those things that you needed to survive earlier in your life and really moving on to a more pure version of yourself where you're able to like be the kindest, most helpful and empathetic and true version of yourself. So that is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, a beautiful thing to be going through personal development wise this year. Okay, so last cards before we go are going to be our self-care card. and our affirmation card. So the self-care card is something you can do this year to practice self-care and show yourself a little bit of love. So let's see, self-care for Scorpio, please. Oh, that's funny. My deck's upside down. I usually make sure that my deck isn't upside down. So you have be still. So what Spirit is saying is this year for self-care, it is very, 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 very important to find bits of time to be alone, to be still, to meditate, and to check in with yourself and, whatever your higher power is. Okay. It's going to be very, very important this year to find moments of stillness and peace, to really help regulate all of your systems. This really coincides a lot with the personal development aspect. Finding bits of time to tell yourself, like, I'm safe. I'm not being chased by a tiger. I'm good, all that. So find moments this year where you can be still, make that a priority, okay? And then last card before we go is your affirmation. So your affirmation for the year for Scorpio for 2025, please. Affirmation for Scorpio for 2025. Oh, again, this deck is upside down. That's so funny. Okay. I release my need to be right. I am defenseless and at peace. Oh, that is really, really cool. I think I said something about that earlier in the reading about like not caring who's right and who's wrong anymore. Because yeah, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, you get to choose what kind of day you're having. You get to choose what kind of life you're going to have. You get to choose whether your day is going to be full of like peace and joy and happiness, or like anger and arguing with people. Sometimes, honestly, most of the time, 99.9% of the time, it isn't worth it. You're never going to change anybody. Never going to change anybody's mind. And I think that that's like the biggest takeaway from the year for you, is that you realize that you get to decide where you spend your time and your energy. And I think that you're taking a lot of that and like filling up your own cup this year, which is beautiful. So one more time before we go, your affirmation for the year is, I release my need to be right. I am defenseless and at peace. Absolutely beautiful. All right, Scorpio, that's what I have for you for 2025. I hope this reading has been insightful. Until next time, remember, you are smart, kind, beautiful, and brave. Bye, my friend.